Hey now, what is up everyone? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I reread and reviewed the Killing Joke Batman graphic novel. In preparation for this, I was able to get myself to watch the Batman The Killing Joke animated movie that DC has coming out. In some cities, it's in selected theaters, or it's coming out on DVD very, very soon. The plot is, it's what you know and love from the story of The Killing Joke from the book, right? But we get some extra stuff. We get a little bit of Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, and just basically her trying to prove herself as Batgirl to Batman, trying to prove that she's just as good as Batman, is capable of fighting crime out there. But then after some of that, we jump into the Joker stuff. We jump into the flashbacks of his backstory. We jump into him breaking out of Arkham and doing what he does, kidnapping Gordon, and Batman basically having to stop him. Now, what I thought of this animated movie was, I was so looking forward to this for so many different reasons, not just because it's The Killing Joke and such a great story, such a dark story. The fact that DC was willing and able to make this rated R, to truly give us the feel of that book. I was over the moon. And then to find out that we were going to get the likes of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill doing the voice, it's just, there was so much goodness going on here. Now, after watching it, I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it for so many different reasons. I might have some issues, because you know me, but overall, I enjoyed it. First things first, let's talk about Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl, who was voiced by Tara Strong, somebody who did the voice of Barbara Gordon ever since the animated series. So that was great to hear her here, a very familiar voice. I really like Batgirl here. I like the fact that she's going through, like, the first half hour or so, she has her own story, her own arc of, she's out there, she's being a crime fighter, a vigilante, she feels like she's Batman's partner, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle to prove herself to Batman. It's similar to what Robin, the original Robin, Dick Grayson, went through, where he felt like Batman was either holding him down or too overprotective, treating him like he's a little kid, and just wanting to get out of that, wanting to prove himself. And she was going through that. I found that fascinating to see where they were going to take it. We had this new villain, mob-like guy, Paris France. Yes, that's his name. Hilarious. And I liked the dynamic that he had with her, because he was a little obsessed with her because she was a girl and she was cute, and he just felt like, I don't know if he actually wanted to be with her, or just he was using that flirtation to further his cause. But I like that dynamic. I did like the fact that Batman was being as stern as he was. That felt very much like Batman, to where he wasn't really showing any tolerance to anything that Batgirl might have screwed up on, or this and that. I was loving all of it until they kiss. And they have sex on a rooftop. Now, I know some people might not give a shit, might say, cool. Some people might like the idea of Barbara Gordon and Bruce Wayne, Batman and Batgirl, having some sort of sexual relationship. They might love it. I hate it. I don't just dislike it, I hate it. It's everything that Batman should not do. If he's going to take in Barbara Gordon as a trainee, as somebody that he's going to be a mentor for, and if you want to say she has a crush on him, like, I found it amusing, the scenes she had in the library with her gay friend, and she was sort of telling him the story, but not about her crush and where it was going. Like, that was amusing, but, and fine, if she has a crush on him, fine, whatever. He should not indulge in that. He should not, and I don't know if it's because she's too young, or it's more so he should see her like a father figure. Like he should be that guy that is more fatherly to her and protective of her. Not a relationship, not even if it was just a one night stand. I don't know, it didn't feel right. It didn't. There's plenty of women out there in Gotham or wherever for Batman to screw around with and have a relationship with. I just feel like when it comes to this, when it comes to the Bat family, that's how I look at it. I don't think there should be any sexual tension there. Maybe that's just me. Let me know in the comments below if you guys don't care, didn't mind it, liked it, or if you agreed with me and hated it. But that's where we jump into the classic Killing Joke story. Now, that first part with Batgirl, she was doing voiceover. It was her point of view. And so, and that was cool for its own section. But then when you jump into the Joker stuff, I don't know how much it works, because now it's kind of the Joker story, and we're getting the flashbacks that we get of his origin, or quote origin. Although this pretty much flat out almost says, yeah, this is the origin. There's not as much mystery behind it like the book, which is whatever. But just Mark Hamill as the Joker, and just that laugh, and he even sounds rougher. You can tell he's older. Like he sounds like he's been through it. And I love his Joker. There's almost nobody else that I want to hear play the Joker but this. Seeing him do all of the classic things that Joker does in the story, like shoot Batgirl in that scene, torture Jim Gordon the way that he does. It was great to see it in moving animation, sure, and the animation was great. A lot better than what I initially saw in that first trailer that had me a little worried at first, because the animation looked choppy and like Batman was walking in the corridors, but it just looked really blocky and just like not that good. But seeing the movie, it was fine. It was great. But the fact that we were seeing this and it was Mark Hamill's voice, put it over the top. Kevin Conroy's voice, put it over the top. All of that was working. The ending is pretty much like it is in the book, where Joker tells him that story about the two crazy inmates and whatnot. So, like, all of the dialogue, the classic lines, hearing them re-said was great. I don't know how much this ending works for the movie. I mean, I get why they didn't want to change it and why you just want to just do it, but I think in the book, it's more of a mystery on whether this is really going on, or maybe this is the Joker's in his head, of how Batman just starts laughing and grabs him, and then you don't know what happens. Like, does Batman kill him, or is Batman going crazy? Like, you don't know. This story with this ending, it's a lot more maybe out of character for Batman to start laughing, and you don't really know like why that's his reaction. It's more weird. But there is a pretty awesome scene after the credits. Yes, an animated movie has an after the credits scene, and like I said, it's great. So all in all, I enjoyed the film. Maybe it's not perfect. Maybe I have issues here and there, and one issue in particular that just, but it's still a great film, still a great retelling of the story. If you haven't read The Killing Joke, then I would recommend reading the book first, but also watching this movie. It's a great companion. I enjoyed it. So let me know in the comments below, what did you think of overall the whole movie? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!